Okay, so I'm going to show you guys something that happened earlier this year with my air conditioning unit. So the problem was we turned on the air and nothing. The air was blowing, well, I say nothing. The air was blowing just fine. However, it wasn't getting cool. So I've come out to my unit and I'm going to show you what the problem was. So I went ahead and took off, there's a handful of screws here in this front panel, but basically you know, we turned the air on, the fan was running. However, the compressor here was not kicking on. So you know, we checked the normal things first, I guess. We checked the filters and inside the house and made sure that, you know, the thermostat was set at the right temperature. And then we even, you know, I pulled this open and was looking for a lot of times if you're low on coolant, you'll get frosting on those lines. So I'm not a HVAC technician. I don't, this is just something that I found and that I did and it worked. So anyways, it might help you at least locate the problem. So obviously we shut everything off. I turned the breaker off and made sure we didn't have any power before doing all this. But what had happened, what I found, was that my yellow wire it was burnt, or it was actually coming apart at the connector. So you can see the yellow and the black here. I went ahead and did the black because it was in pretty rough shape. But the blue is kind of the factory connector. So it's a coming out of the compressor there. It's almost just like a pin, and then it's got this special clip that slides over top of it. I was unable to find any of those clips. I think they actually make a kit, and it does a similar function as what I have here. So what I have on there, I have an open one because I knew I had 3 wires. It's called a splice kit, but basically this is what it is. It's just got it's just a copper tube with a couple set screws in it. So that's what I was able to use to reattach those wires. Like I say, I think there's a special kit made for it. This was on a weekend. I was looking online. None of the part stores are open, but the hardware store had these splice kits. So anyways, that's what I did. And then it's got actually a shrink tube that I still need to shrink tube on, but I just put it over to keep it protected for now. So anyways, just in case anybody's having a problem, that's one thing to look for. Again, you know, I'm not an HVAC mechanic. I don't do this for a living. This isn't advice. This is just the problem that I found, was that the wire came loose from my compressor, and I was able to reattach it, and the compressor came back on just fine. Has been working fine since, but that's something to check. And again, you know, be careful around electricity. I had mine turned off, and I have a tester, of course, to test to make sure there's no power running here before I had done anything, and then I would turn the power back on and test it back out. So it, you know, right after I reconnected this yellow wire was the bad one. Right after I did this, you know, power came back, or the compressor came back on. We turned on the air, and everything was fine. I guess it's just the wires. Either the connectors get corroded, or they get hot and cold, and just from thermal stress, it ends up breaking the clip. Like I say, that blue one is the only factory clip that's still on there, but I have a splice for that as well in case anything happens. But just wanted to share that with you guys, and like I say, be careful when you're working around anything like this. And I'm not advocating doing this. I just want to show you what my problem was and how I was able to fix it. All right, thanks.